My boss fired me for something I didn't do, so I showed him what I actually found on his computer. Brennan called me into his office on a Tuesday morning, his face stone cold. He'd been acting strange all week, avoiding eye contact, whispering with HR behind closed doors. "We're letting you go," he said without preamble. Effective immediately. I stared at him, confused. "What? Why?" "Sexual harassment complaint," he replied, sliding a folder across his desk. "Multiple female employees have come forward." My stomach dropped. The complaint detailed inappropriate comments I'd supposedly made to 3 coworkers. Dates, times, exact quotes, all fabricated, but disturbingly specific. "This is insane," I said, scanning the documents. "I never said any of this. The investigation is concluded," Brennan said. "Security will escort you out. I'd worked at Meridian Tech for 4 years. Clean record, good reviews, never even a write-up. This came from nowhere." Walking past my cubicle to collect my things, I noticed something odd. My computer monitor was slightly askew, like someone had been using it. The keyboard wasn't in its usual position either. That's when I remembered. Brennan had asked to borrow my login last week for a system update. Said AT needed to access my machine remotely. Security was distracted, arguing about which exit to use. I had maybe 2 minutes. I slipped back to my desk and logged in. My browser history showed websites I'd never visited, dating sites, adult content, social media pages belonging to my female coworkers. Someone had been building a digital trail to support the harassment claims, but they'd made a mistake. The activity timestamps showed I was supposedly browsing inappropriate content during my vacation last month, when I was in the hospital with my dad after his stroke. I forwarded everything to my personal email, just as security returned. 3 days later, I met with a lawyer. She reviewed the evidence and smiled grimly. "Your boss made this too obvious," she said. "We can prove these accusations are fabricated, but why would he do this?" I asked. She pulled out another folder. "I did some digging. Your company is being audited by the state. Someone's been embezzling funds through fake vendor accounts." My blood ran cold. I remembered Brennan asking me to approve invoices last quarter. Vendors I'd never heard of, but he said they were legitimate. "He needed a scapegoat," she continued. "Someone to blame when the audit finds the missing money. But firing you for theft would require proof. Sexual harassment is harder to disprove." The lawsuit hit Meridian Tech like a sledgehammer. During discovery, investigators found Brennan's real browser history, gambling debts, desperate emails to loan sharks, and correspondence with a company called Phoenix Consulting, which existed only on paper. He'd stolen $340,000 over 2 years. The female employees who'd supposedly complained? They testified they'd never filed reports. Brennan had forged their signatures using documents from HR files. When the FBI arrested him, Brennan looked at me through the conference room window. His mouth moved silently, but I could read his lips. "You're dead." I thought he was just angry about getting caught. Then my apartment was broken into. Nothing stolen, but my laptop had been tampered with. New files appeared overnight, files that would destroy my reputation if they surfaced. Someone knocked on my door at midnight. I looked through the peephole and saw a woman I didn't recognize. "Phoenix Consulting sent me," she said quietly. "We need to talk about your boss. He wasn't working alone." I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.